For the first time since Diddy's demise began, Ashton Kutcher and Will Smith are coming out publicly and are finally being exposed for their relationship with Diddy. Celebrities like Jennifer Lopez are purportedly connected, and 50 Cent is reportedly planning to expose everyone who was engaged with Diddy in his upcoming documentary.
A Netflix docuseries that you've been working on, Diddy Do It.
Right.
You've been saying for years that you feel you knew Diddy's character.
Right.
Yet you said you weren't a part of that lifestyle, you weren't going to the parties. So what makes you so absolutely sure that these kinds of allegations that we've seen against him are true?
Well, I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations, I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else, but I did feel uncomfortable with the way you represent the idea of going to these projects.
To come party with me.
Yeah. And then that swayed me away from it, just that long.
So you didn't realize
as much stuff was coming. Like when I seen today, it was allegations of 3 men that said he drugged them. And it's a long time, to be honest with you. Like when people don't remember being violated for 20 years, it makes me feel a little hard.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z? That
was interesting. When I was saying things not knowing exactly what I was saying, I was going, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations.
After Diddy was denied bail for the 3rd time and Jay-Z was sued, other celebrities realized that if they wanted to avoid going to jail, they would have to cooperate with the federal government before Diddy. Everyone assumed that Diddy would be granted bail, and it has made everyone anxious to see him allegedly even start crying in jail. In particular, Will Smith has publicly declared that he had nothing to do with Diddy.
Right now, it's really hard for y'all to discern what's real and what's true, And I've been seeing y'all memes and stuff. People be making memes. I see the memes. I said, no, some of that stuff is funny. Some of it's funny. But I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I just want to say this very clearly. I don't have to do with Puffy, so y'all can stop all their memes. I can stop all of that. I ain't been nowhere near no damn freak off. Listen, I do enough of my own. Don't be putting me in other people's. I ain't been nowhere near that, man. I ain't did none of that stupid. So, whenever y'all hear it, if somebody say that, it's a damn lie. I don't even like baby oil. But I haven't said that publicly. I just said y'all the first time. I usually don't respond to dumb stuff because it's like people get so many things. People say so much stuff, but that one your memes was doing too much. Y'all was having me mad.
It's interesting to note that there have been rumors that Will Smith and his wife, Jada Pinkett Smith, had sex with Diddy and frequently engaged in threesomes. This was well known in the industry, and the majority of famous couples who were friends with Diddy actually took part in his drug-fueled parties together.
But going back to Cardella Smith's filing, his notice says that Jennifer Lynn Lopez, aka J-Lo, aka Jenny from the Block, quote, will be called as a material witness and expert to Sean Combs' viewing, possession, and distribution of his sexual assault upon the plaintiff in 1997, and the orders of defendant Sean Combs forcing Jennifer Lopez to remain silent about the videotaped sexual assault of plaintiff by defendant. Plaintiff states that the material witness Jennifer Lynn Lopez, also known as J-Lo and Jenny from the Block, was engaged in a relationship with the defendant Sean Combs during 1999 and 2001, and that the sexual assault of the plaintiff was recorded, distributed, and held by the defendant at his New York residence and recording studio. And during the relationship with Jennifer Lopez, she was made privy to this video that was taken by Sean Combs and his employee Kirk Burrows. She, J-Lo, has known this video existed and was in existence and took no action to make it known to anyone in law enforcement, and that she was even questioned by New York Police Detective Derek Palmer about this matter, and that the report will show that her answers to this tape was and still remains a resounding yes to its existence. And again, Cardella Smith writes that he wants to call Officer Derek Palmer as a witness because he says Palmer is the one who questioned Lopez and believes that he will have testimony that could help his case. Now, as I mentioned, Diddy's legal team has called for this entire case to be thrown out. Cardella Smith has filed a massive response to that request that totaled more than 200 pages. Probably half of it was just straight up copies of case law that seems to support his arguments word for word. It's something out of like a legal textbook. There's so much to slog through, but I kind of want to give you some of the highlights. So first, in addition to the claims of rape and a cover-up, Cardella Smith also claims and alleges that Combs was violent towards his loved ones. At times, Cardella Smith addresses alleged threats against his family. Other times, he says Combs actually caused serious injuries to his brother. His response reads, defendant used threats of murder to force the plaintiff to not bring the case to any court of law enforcement until the homes of the defendant were raided by Homeland Security, that the plaintiff knew it was a safe time to bring the case, and that is why we are here at this juncture. And Cardella Smith argued that fear for his own safety and the safety of his family is one of the main reasons that he waited so long to report the alleged rape, and says that that reason alone should override any issue with the statute of limitations, that these claims might otherwise be time barred. And he also argues that while he's been in prison, fellow inmates and prison guards have threatened him on behalf.
Why would Will Smith speak up after remaining silent for nearly a year? In the month following Diddy's bail denial, lawsuits were filed against two of Jay-Z's most well-known figures. Jennifer Lopez and Jay-Z people assumed that Will Smith would be the next to be named in connection with Diddy, and he likely felt that he should address the rumors before they get out of hand.
So that's that. Now, as far as Jay-Z's concerned, this could really go one of two ways. This might be an isolated one-off case that he has to defend, or potentially it could be a Me Too type situation where other victims come forward. Obviously, we saw that with Diddy and Cassie Ventura. So the coming days and weeks are really going to be telling. And Tony Busby says he has more than 100, maybe up to 300 victims he's representing. So it's going to be interesting to see if any of them also name Jay-Z.
And Nima, if such a high-profile name like Jay-Z has come out, could more celebrity names be tied to these lawsuits? What do you think we can expect?
No question. This may just be the first celebrity domino, and Jay-Z was unmasked as celebrity A, but let's not forget there's a celebrity B in that same lawsuit that allegedly witnessed the sexual assault, a female celebrity. And there was someone who went on CNN earlier this week and said that his sexual assault was witnessed by another celebrity as well. So I think we're going to see more celebrity names identified very soon.
All right, Nima Rani, thank you so much for joining us. As you said, this is one that has entered the court of public opinion. It's nice to have your...
Some celebrities were at Diddy's parties and were caught on camera, but hundreds of others were involved in its management and helped cover everything up. Federal prosecutors have already discussed how this is just the beginning of other celebrities being named. There are rumors that Diddy has started cooperating with the feds and realized that the only way he can get out of prison is if he snitches on the people who were working with him.
And you don't throw out allegations, but like you kind of poke fun at them.
You just ask questions.
You're not worried that it comes back your way? Like people dig up your past and try to pull stuff up?
I don't got that shit in my past.
Everybody got a little bit.
I took a pill, but it was for me to perform that. For her to remember, buddy. I didn't fucking give her a drink so she forget what the fuck happened. What the fuck is going on here, bro? Yes, I took the drinks. I gave me the fucking drug to perform. So she can remember and possibly love me for that. Did it work? What the fuck? Yo, bro, look, I'm doing pretty good. You know what I mean? Like, but I'm just saying, you said it was the opposite of normal shit that we're talking about, bro.
That is why. Well, I don't know why it's so hard for people
so
to
for
just
people to
acknowledge
feel
weird
like
shit is
you
weird.
would have something or you would have reserved energy because you feel like you was doing it too. This is people that are looking on separation between their hardships or their the things that they got going on that would be issues and what a celebrity's issues would be.
Wait, what is that?
They think all celebrities are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Right, and when you see, if I wasn't saying anything, guess what? You could safely say that a person on the outskirts that is not involved in hip-hop culture could think that everybody in hip-hop culture is with that shit.
50 Cent has also discussed his planned documentary, Diggy Do It, which he claims would have never before seen film demonstrating how Diddy, Jay-Z, and a covert network of executives ran Hollywood's largest sex trafficking organization. 50 Cent has discussed the accusations made against Diddy and even made a joke about how Diddy was providing minors pills to help them forget the attack.
They'd bring in these people. A lot of these people were also aspiring young artists in the music industry. And then these parties were sponsored by Motown Records CEO, Universal Records CEO. This goes all the way to the top. And so you get these people in compromising situations. The drinks were laced. The videotapes were hot. And then at the end of the day, you wake up the next morning, what did I do? And then they have compromising material on you. And then they can guide your career. They could kill your career, but they got you. And it wasn't just people in the music business. As you said, there were athletes, there were celebrities, there were politicians, people from the royal family. And we were also told by the former bodyguard that Diddy was an FBI informant. So he was a snitch and was feeding information to the feds. And we don't know what that means. We haven't been able to confirm it, but even Little Rod said it's not just like Epstein. It could be worse than Jeffrey Epstein.
I've been on FBI raids where I've seen things that no person should ever see. I've seen video content of a child that's the same age as mine being raped by an American man that was a sex tourist in Cambodia. And this child was so conditioned by her environment that she thought she was engaging in play. But the right to pursue happiness for so many is stripped away. It's raped. It's abused. It's taken by force, fraud, or coercion. It is sold for the momentary happiness of another.
Wow, okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. So, I can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them. There was one moment, so it's not really a party story, but our relationship was really bizarre. So it started over punked, because he was like, yo,
don't punk
you
me.
can't punk me. And I was like, I don't want to tell you, everybody's on the table. He's like, not me, I'm off the table. And so that started our conversation. We became fast friends, and we used to just hang out, watch football together.
Jesse, the host of the PBD podcast, recently disclosed that Ashton Kutcher had provided Fox News with intelligence. Arrests are imminent for all those associated with Diddy, and Diddy's own co-conspirators will be the ones to expose everyone. I was getting ready to testify against Diddy after Jay-Z's lawsuit. According to reports, Ashton Kutcher's marriage to Demi Moore ended because of his association with Diddy. He split from his wife due to the dirt Diddy had on him, but it now appears that he will be assisting Diddy in getting imprisoned.
There's an accusation about Jay-Z and Diddy and a teenager, 13-year-old teenager.
Right.
And we were speaking about just the statement.
Right.
The statement, you were saying you felt like that was calculated.
That was, that the statement is something from, you can tell it was written by a lawyer. Because there's a point where it kind of gets aggressive. He says, like, you're going to find out, like how I'll handle this. Like, and that's an attorney want to be combative with another attorney. That's not like publicists would say that.
Right.
This is on your
this is on. Yeah, it says, I don't know what's going on, but are we still going to have the Super Bowl? I'm just asking for a friend.
Yeah, I'm asking for Kendrick. You know, I'm just trying to figure out if we're still doing everything the way. Because, look, they will fall back. The NFL, they won't necessarily be associated to them.
Right. Why do you not insert yourself, but you're on top of every topic, right?
Yeah. I'm just watching. I'm participating. I'm being part of the culture. I'm just telling you my opinion.
Right.
Look,
Because you're part of the culture.
Like I can't say anything now. I'm out of it. I'm like I'm going to Dre's studio and just sit with Dre.
Right.
And then maybe I stay out of trouble.
Nah.
Press release from 50 Cent, the documentary about Diddy will be released in the coming months, and work on it is already underway with Netflix. The length of time the documentary is taking is apparently due to the severity of the crimes Diddy committed. The documentary, according to the creators, will cover decades of abuse. It is a complex story that goes beyond the headlines or clips, and we are still committed to giving the voiceless a platform and presenting genuine, nuanced viewpoints. Next. Will Smith has publicly denied any involvement with Diddy, responding to memes and trolling related to his past association with the music mogul. During his show in San Diego on December 12th, Smith addressed the rumors, clarifying his stance on the situation. He expressed frustration over the spreading memes and emphasized, "I haven't addressed any of this publicly, but I want to make it clear that I have nothing to do with Puffy. Stop with the memes." Smith also took a firm stance on distancing himself from the freak ops that Diddy is currently facing allegations over. The accusations against Diddy include orchestrating sex trafficking, racketeering, and coercing women into prolonged sex acts, and Smith vehemently rejected any involvement in such activities. Smith also stated that he didn't engage in anything related to baby oil or freak-offs, further distancing himself from the allegations. Federal authorities recently seized 1,000 bottles of baby oil from Diddy's properties as part of their investigation. Meanwhile, witnesses have testified that Smith, along with his wife Jada, had close ties to Diddy, with some even claiming Smith was present at certain inappropriate events. Smith's public denial comes amid growing scrutiny and legal pressure surrounding Diddy's ongoing criminal case.
Gene Deal has also talked about Will Smith and Jada's connection to Diddy. There are multiple witnesses that confirm that Will Smith really was sexually involved with Diddy. Allegedly, Will Smith was a cuck and would watch as Diddy slept with Jada. The FBI just announced that they've been given access to Diddy's freak-off tapes after Courtney Burgess handed over 8 tapes during an investigation. All of these celebrities that are publicly denying a relationship with Diddy are the same ones that are trying to testify against him. Ashton isn't the only one that has stepped up.
Show me the story about how Puffy wanted to fight Will Smith over Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, man. We were at a birthday party that I think either Matt Damien was giving for Ben Affleck. It was just a little gathering. It was at the Four Seasons. Will Smith and his sister and her husband, we were all sitting on this side of the room. Matt Damien, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Lopez, Puff, Will Smith, and Jada that was sitting on the other side of the room. So I know Puff so well that he stood up. When he stood up, he walked and did his own some kind of way, like, and then he was like this, you know, like, and I went over towards him. I know to go over there towards him. So I go over towards him, and he said to me, he said, "Yo, I think Will and Jada is trying to scoop up Jennifer. I want you to stay close, because I'm going to snuff him." I said to myself, Will Smith gonna beat the shit out you. No, Puff is scrap now, but I don't think he could beat Will Smith. You know what I'm saying? Well, he can scrap. You know what I'm saying? So then he said that shit.
Will Smith is probably on the tapes that have been turned over to the FBI thus far. In addition to all the information they gathered from Diddy's estates, the FBI has received at least 9 freak-off tapes and 11 flash drives. In addition to the 1,000 bottles of baby oil, reports indicate that there were over 1,000 hours of video footage covering over 2 decades, which essentially proves Diddy wasn't working alone.
I would wonder if he's white or black. And if I'm looking at any black guys that are A-listers that's bigger than Diddy, there's only one that I could come up with. And there's a few I could come up with. Will Smith, he's bigger than Diddy. I would think Nick Cannon is bigger than Diddy. Who else on the black that are black actors or black in the business that's an A-lister that's bigger than Diddy, that's black? That's hard to think. But then if you got the A-listers, you know, You got to realize he ran with that that Rat Pack, and I don't even say their names, but they said I got their names wrong last time. What's his name? Kushner. What's the other guy? Leonardo. Yeah, his name. Man, I don't keep up with these cats, but I heard that that's not only the tape that's being shot. There's some other tapes out there of other people too with him, and him doing some things with some other people. So there's quite a few tapes that might be out there, what they're hearing, and I don't want to see the tapes, but I want to know if they really true. Because if they got if they got some tapes out there and it was some underage, whether it's celebrities or not, it's gonna be crazy, bro. It's gonna be real crazy. And they're gonna have to bring that to forefront because the prosecutor's gonna want those tapes. And they're gonna do whatever they have to do legally to get those tapes. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
The most disturbing aspect of the rumors about Will Smith is that they contain graphic information of the ordeals his children endured. Jaden Smith left Hollywood as a result of his ordeal, and supporters have begun to claim that Jaden's behavior is exactly like that of old children.
I love Justin Bieber, but that's just a fact.
Well, talk about brotherly love. You couldn't miss this moment on your feeds. Justin Bieber giving pal Jaden Smith a kiss on the cheek at Coachella.
I'm having a good time.
The now viral video shows Jaden sneaking up from behind the Biebs.
When I'm at school sometimes, my dad will just pull his pants down.
Hey!
Will is always, yeah, Will is always playing. He's
Okay.
Jaden jumped up and ran.
No, not on the set he wasn't trying to kiss me, but after the set he'll try to kiss me or anywhere else.
So what do you think? Is Jaden still too old to get kissed by his dear old dad?
These celebs are only speaking up now because they are aware that Diddy can no longer pursue them. Since Diddy is currently behind bars and has dirt on everyone, this is the ideal time to try to get away from him. Remember that Diddy would poison everyone at the party so he could obtain compromising film of them, and that he had more than 250 cameras at his residence. Here's how Diddy established his empire and how Jay-Z and Beyonce became multi-billionaires.
Anybody came out defending Diddy. All these celebrity friends he have, and nobody came out.
They brand. It's all about the money. They saw what he did to Cassie. With the kicking, the punching. They saw what they did to Cassie. They know did nobody in America like that. So now, these people are represented by a brand. Whether it's something about the music, clothing, movies, they're not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. that's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor. It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched. And Brother Love was watching.
Yeah, I mean, TD Jakes, he hasn't even came out and said anything. And him and Diddy was real cool.
Amen. Amen. Yeah, man. And I know the people in the congregation over there is shaking in their boots because this man didn't led them probably, allegedly probably led them to damnation because those people's hearts are going to be broken if that man is seen on those tapes doing anything. Because people always put their faith in the pastor instead of putting their faith in God. And what they need to do is understand that he's just a man. And he has a history. It's not looking too good for him.
So you feel like celebs are worried that they might be on tape?
Oh, they know. That's why they ain't speaking up or saying nothing. Yeah, I was at a Diddy party, but I know I ain't do nothing. When you don't know somebody's taping you, when you don't know that somebody is videoing you in some kind of form or fashion, you got that alcohol, you got the drugs in you, they're a little loose, bruh. They let down all their inhibitions. The music is pumping. He said it himself. He got it so hot in there that you gotta take your clothes off. He said that himself, bruh.
Hollywood's elite appears to be rushing to maintain their image as 50 Cent's explosive documentary and federal prosecutors unearth decades worth of secrets. However, do you believe that these celebrities are separating themselves out of self-preservation or guilt? And will 50 Cent's revelations truly alter the course of events? Share your opinions in the comments section below.